Scorpios, get over here. Anybody ever play Mortal Kombat? Remember that game in like the 90s, 80s, 90s, whenever it was? Okay, Scorpios, welcome to your mid-February to early March tarot reading. I, of course, am Rachel Stebbins Navy, a.k.a. Villagio Strega. For those of you who would like to follow me on Facebook or message me there, it is the best way currently to get a hold of me. If you have a challenge situation in your life, it's like more guidance or clarity, support on through the card readings here. And guys, bear in mind, this is a general reading, will not resonate for everyone, so keep what does and leave the rest. Now, there's my spiel. So, Scorpio, you're starting out with the Ace of Cups. That's a beautiful way to start out. That's a beautiful energy to have as the subject. This is peace of mind. This is tranquility. This is the divine coming in to offer you a cup of love, a cup of emotional satisfaction, but most of all, a cup of peace. You know, so much so that it overflows. Well, let's see what the challenge is in relation to that there, Scorpios. Before we get too much into the one card for you guys, challenge is anticipation of change. Apparently, there's some sort of change about to happen in your world here, Scorpio. I'm sure we'll find out here along the way, or Scorpio's on the collective anyways. And they're very happy about this. They're very excited. They're anticipating it, and they want to celebrate it. They want to enjoy that with others. Now, how's that challenge? Maybe it's a change Scorpio needs to make, perhaps. Let's find out what your goals and your destiny is here. What's the goals behind this energy for Scorpios on the collective? Thank you. Yeah, again, new emotional fulfillment. This is the Page of Cups energy. Now, Page of Cups, he can be a little bit immature. He's like a bratty kid sometimes. He's not so experienced with the emotional seas of life, and or his emotions can be like kind of erratic at times because he hasn't quite mastered how to go with the flow of things. This could be, it's more of a childlike energy. And in particular, Scorpio, I am getting a lot of like childlike energy in general with your reading right now. But typically it's someone under the age of 25, usually in their adolescence or younger, especially with this page in particular. Very happy, very exciting, very eager to start off on a new journey, for sure. And this is indicating something new kind of birthing and coming forward, or at least that's what's going on in probably some of your heads. It's a vitality. It's like an exciting, joyful kind of vitality to it all. Exuberant is the word I'm trying to kind of spit out here with the goal in mind with this card's energy. So let's see what your past is looking like. Let's go to many of yours distant past here for the Scorpio. Wow. Had the King of Cups. Now, this guy just wants everybody to be happy. This guy is very emotionally stable, very emotionally grounded. Could be dealing with a masculine energy over the age of 35. Doesn't have to be, though. Very fatherly, very, very savvy already, very cups full, very optimistic, goes with the flow of things. That's your distant past there, Scorpio. Scorpio, water sign, yes. Scorpio is a water sign, so it could be dealing with a Scorpio, Pisces, or a Cancer energy. Also, recent past, there's some financial stuff going on, some putting things in order, keeping with tradition, passing things on from one generation to the next, Scorpio. This is the abundance, could be an inheritance, could be some sort of family dynamics going on where time, money, properties, legal things are getting kind of like secured, tied up, preparing for the future kind of energy, or setting down a foundation for the future. This is the story of this card in this particular deck, is that this guy right here has just inherited the grounds of his family that's been in the family for generations. And so the responsibility is being handed to him, likely from his father, but his father's still around in the picture to pass over the wisdom along the way, to help him out to secure things for the future generations. Beautiful. Beautiful energy. So, let's see where you're headed, Scorpio. What's next? What Scorpios on the collectives near future looking like for February, mid-February to March, please? What's going on for Scorpios? Mid-February to March, please. Scorpio energy. Mid-month February forward. Thank you. Yeah, some messages are going to come in there, Scorpio. Things that are going to catch you off guard. All these wands kind of shooting her way. You can see how surprised she is. She's like, what the heck is this all about? So the goal here then is to kind of gain a different perspective. Of course, get out of harm's way, because some of these things, like I said, they're catching you off guard. You're not really sure what to make of them. So the goal is to gain a different perspective, a higher perspective of that. And to kind of decipher where all this action, where all this energy is coming from. Could be in the form of text messages, emails, phone calls, situations at large, like the general energy out in public at large, where actions are being taken. And again, catching you off guard, but there's a lot of energy messages there. Okay, I'm not sure when you flipped. No. Okay. Let's see what your attitude is about it all. Here, Scorpios. See what's going on for your Scorpio's attitude on the collective. Don't just flip again. No, okay. Scorpio's attitude on the collective, please. Scorpio's attitude, thank you. Got the Hierophant. Okay. So this is indicating to me that you're ready for a higher commitment on something. You perhaps are looking to seek an authentic spiritual teacher, or investing your time with other like-minded on a spiritual journey, a new emotionally satisfying journey. Again, that Ace of Cups is out here. So Ace of Cups can also correlate with the Hierophant card in that it's that peace of mind that comes from spiritual leadership. It's like having I don't want to say authority figure, but having a guru, having someone to go to, having someone to help you on the path of enlightenment, self-improvement, and again, connecting with the divine. It's also a higher commitment card too. So it could be, relationships. It could be more. We've had this 10 of Pentacles come out, so it could also be reflecting not only higher emotional commitments, but higher financial ones, higher time, money, all that stuff with a commitment as well. But all in all, it's really one that you want to be able to kind of like tap into the divine with, speak to your higher power about, and have them on board with whatever commitment you're making. So let's see what the external influences are for you all, Scorpios. Scorpio energies. The sun's going down more and more, so I'm going to see more cups start to come out. We're going to see more of the emotional readings come out as that happens. So external influences. Well, there may need to be some sort of, again, all these cups are out. So we know cups talk about emotional fulfillment, emotional satisfaction. 8 of Cups energy is when somebody's perhaps being forced to set out on a new path for self-exploration, for self-expansion, would be a good way to rephrase that. 8 of Cups in relation to your external influences could be indicating a time for you to recognize your environment, recognize what has emotionally sustained you or satisfied you in the past, and say to yourself, okay, what more is there to life? What more is there to me? Who else is on board with this kind of energy? Again, connections with the Hierophant and the anticipation of change celebration. Get this real strong feeling you're either on a new relationship path here, Scorpios, or that you're simply on a path within yourself that you have peace of mind with. You're gaining peace of mind with that you didn't have previously. That you're gaining a lot of emotional and spiritual wisdom at the end of this month. And again, those messages that are coming, like catching you off guard. It's now the challenge to kind of like, okay, how do I maintain my emotional health with them? And or how do I How do I relate with these? How do I choose to respond to these? That's what I'm getting a real strong indication of. And something, again, in regards to children for you all. It has something to do with children for some of you, too, as well, Scorpios, is what I'm also picking up. Like maybe messages from your children. Maybe you haven't seen your children in a while or something. I don't know. Quite yet, anyways. Let's see what your inner emotions are going on for Scorpio on the collective mid-month, please. What's going on for Scorpios on the collective? Okay, so there's kind of this challenge for you Scorpios, that like the nudge is there for growth, right? The nudge is there for emotional development. The nudge is there. The spiritual connection is there. But somehow you're disconnected from it. It's like it's almost like you're observing it. There's a real strong sense of you're spending so much time looking at what you had or have, and it's not like pessimistically, it's more out of boredom. It's more out of like, oh, isn't this nice? That you're not seeing what else there is to be offered. It's like you're kind of stuck in this revolving door of this is what I have, this is what I have, this is what I have. And it's not necessarily about what you don't have as much as it is about, oh, there's this too. Oh, I didn't realize that. Wait, that would really bring me some fulfillment. That would really bring me some more peace in my life. That would really bring me some more emotional stability, as it were. It's kind of what I get from that placement of that Four of Cups energy in relation to the rest of the reading. Let's see what the overall outcome is. Got Capricorn energy, got the Devil card energy, and by the way, back here you could be dealing with a Taurus there, Scorpios. Capricorn energy is interesting, or rather Devil energy is interesting, because it is talking about temptation. It is talking about your perseverance, as it were. It's talking about your materialism, the things that chain us to something, the things that hold us back. Again, I'm seeing that chain kind of reflected in this Eight of Cups energy. Like maybe you feel like you're emotionally like obligated to something. Some of you Scorpios maybe feeling emotionally obligated to something, or that you have some sort of like status quo to maintain here. And maybe it's one of like, finance. Maybe it's an addiction. Maybe it's, shopping. Maybe it's spending of some other thing. Maybe it's your fancy cars, your nice shoes, your sex, whatever. But it's there. It's present. It's kind of like underneath the surface. With the Devil card energy, you have to remember too that there's an ability to transform. There's an ability to like see beyond temptation. Is what I'm really gathering. And that's, maybe you're more tempted to, you're hopeful, maybe you're optimistic, some of you Scorpios, like, hey, okay, I've got this new and wonderful, new emotionally satisfying idea. But there's like a disconnect to it, or there's something that says, I'm not quite ready to commit. I'm still committed to these things that are kind of like holding me back. These things that are kind of still keeping me tied to something else emotionally. So I'm going to pull 3 cards for you guys. See what else Spirit wants you to know. See if there's any more guidance or clarity on this particular reading for Scorpios. It's not a bad one by any means. It's kind of beautiful, but there's still some work to do. There's still some new and tempting and emotionally satisfying work for you all to do, it looks like. Commitments of sorts. You got 7 of Pentacles energy. That's somebody doing a hard day's labor and reaping the rewards, knowing when to harvest, knowing when to cut your losses kind of energy. I see that a lot in the Devil. But the Fool card energy, there's that new journey again. And the 10 of Cups, again, that's that beauty of emotional satisfaction. So really what I'm seeing here, Scorpios, is you recognize that something has to end in order for something new to begin. That's where that change is coming from. And guess what? The divine's coming in and helping you out. And this is a win, not just for you, but for everyone in your environment, your friends, your family. Everybody's seeing like that emotional satisfaction kind of be birthed from this. You got your Ten of Cups here and the Fool card energy. Fool is all about the Great Awakening. This is where the hero's journey begins. This is that energy of, I've never seen this before. I've never done this before. This is very similar. I don't know what to expect, but I'm going anyways. And the hope is that Spirit has your back. Now, whether it's you or somebody else that may see this as kind of like selfish, because the Devil card energy can be a little bit selfish, but keep in mind, it is perseverant, too. It is the energy of, I am going to do it. I'm willing it into being. I keep thinking about it. This is what I want. This is what will emotionally satisfy me. And, of course, again, it's having the finances, having the resources, knowing when to take a loss versus harvest your crop, get your gains from it all. So it's really what I'm seeing. Scorpio, very challenging, very interesting. Don't forget to like and subscribe and leave me a comment below, please. For some of you, I'd love to see how this really works out for many of you. And I'm eager to hear your interpretations of it all. So blessed be, guys. Take care.